Amir is a 35-year-old Iranian refugee experiencing severe PTSD, depression, anxiety, and frequent panic attacks. He was previously imprisoned, tortured, and even sexually abused because of his student activism defending women's rights in Iran. While he shows a huge amount of strength and courage coming to the UK and seeking a life free from persecution, he told us when he first approached us for support that everything felt overwhelming. As a well-educated man, the feeling that he couldn't cope and couldn't navigate life in the UK was deeply upsetting. When we first started supporting Amir, he was housed by the council in shared accommodation. The other residents, though, were causing further detriment to his mental health by their behaviour. They were people he didn't know. They were dealing with their own issues, some in healthy and some in less healthy ways. They were loud and sometimes aggressive. The rent was also extremely high, and because of Amir's age, his housing benefit only covered half of the total. It was clearly important for Amir to get out of there right away. An opportunity came up for a new room elsewhere, but shortly after moving to what he thought would be safety, Amir received an eviction notice, giving him just 10 days to leave. He barely speaks English, so did not understand the meaning or importance of this letter, and showed it to his caseworker with just 1 day to go before the eviction date. Immediately, she raised a safeguarding concern with the local social services and submitted a homelessness application to the local council, which was initially accepted. A few days later, though, she received a call from a housing officer who said that Amir should make his homelessness application with another council instead. Then social services also stated that because he's believed to belong to another council, they could not support him either. The caseworker agreed a plan that the housing officer would immediately refer Amir to the suggested other local council. This referral, however, never happened. Despite the caseworker's repeated complaints, no action at all was taken, and as a result, Amir, who was already struggling with mental illness, was forced onto the streets. His Restart caseworker immediately referred the case to Law Stop, who accepted it and began working on his behalf. The council he'd been told to apply to stated that we were not allowed to make another homelessness application and that they needed to wait for the original council who had unlawfully failed to share the referral with them. Law Stop gathered all supporting evidence, and after some time the original council was obliged to contact them regarding emergency housing for Amir. They did this and went on to provide the required emergency accommodation. The councils, though, are still arguing between them on who needs to support Amir in an ongoing way. But we are also continuing to advocate for him, making sure he's not left to fall through the gaps. Working with Law Stop, Amir's Restart caseworker will ensure that the permanent accommodation provided is supported housing, given Amir's complex mental health needs. In addition, we've raised a new safeguarding concern with the right social services, citing institutional omission and self-neglect, and will make sure there is a multi-agency approach to getting Amir the help he needs and deserves. Amir comes to our office with a supportive friend and is so much happier now that he is housed somewhere more suitable and knows we will stay by his side and make sure he gets into supported accommodation. At this point, we're looking to coordinate the right mental health support now that his housing emergency is being dealt with, and we are here for him to get his life back on track.